Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I have done this look using all drugstore products. So if you want to know how I created this, then please continue watching. I am mixing the LANEIGE Glow Serum with the Sugar Illuminating Primer. The Sugar's Illuminating Primer looks exactly like Smashbox Halo because it has that similar peachy golden shimmer to it. And just because I have very dry skin, I needed that glowy serum to hydrate my face. For foundation, I will be using this one from Colorbar. It's their Weightless foundation and the shade match is pretty good. They have so many shades for every skin tone. I bought this one from Amazon. Usually the tinted foundations I have seen, they are mostly for dry skin types. This one will be for all skin types because it sets like into a demi matte finish and looks very nice on the skin. Although it sets matte, but it doesn't dry out my skin and doesn't look patchy at the end of the day. And it is blending very nicely, as you can see. It just requires a few taps and it's nicely blended in your skin. Now I'm using this foundation from Flower Beauty because I don't have any drugstore bronzer. So I will be applying this in the outer perimeters of my face where I usually apply my cream bronzer. It acts similar to a cream bronzer because it's a darker shade. I will just apply it and keep it. I will blend it later once I'm done with my eyes. For eyeshadow, I am priming my eyelids using the Urban Decay's primer potion. And I'm starting with this cream shadow from ColourPop. I have used this in my previous tutorials as well, and I've mentioned how much I like this product because it's very nicely pigmented and it's very easy to use. So for today's look, I will be drawing a crease, like a natural contour to the eyes, and this shade is appropriate for that. Just apply it above your natural crease and use a fluffy blending brush to blend the product. Now I'm taking the contour shade from this Sculpt and Glow palette from Focallure on this fluffy blending brush and applying this on top of the cream shadow. You can use bronzer if you have. I wanted something grey toned, that's why I have used the contour. It is as good as adding a natural contour to the eyes. Now I'm taking this compact from Flower Beauty and I'm using this to clean under my eyebrows because I thought I must have taken the shade too far up. Now using this cream base from Hainaa Beauty. It's a multi-purpose product. You can use it on your face as well, like a liquid illuminator. And using finger, I'm doing that cut crease thing. You can use the brush as well, but now while I'm watching this clip, I'm realizing why I did not use a brush. Maybe I forgot it, I don't know. But yes, to provide a base to the shadow I will be using next, I'm using this cream base. Now this is the ColourPop Ritz and I'm packing it in on top of that cream base. It does not require any glue or adhesive. So I don't know how they made it, but it works perfectly fine. Now I'm using the same brush and cleaning the edges. Now I'm using the darker crayon. I will leave the shade name in the description box and I'm using that smoky liner technique. because if I go with a black liner it will look too much. So using a brown shadow and doing that smoky thing, it elevates your eye look. Now I'm using a pencil kind of brush and smudging it. This brush is quite multi-purpose. You can use it for your lower lash line, your inner corners. As I blended too much, so I'm applying it once again. Now this mascara is from Huda Beauty. I don't have any drugstore mascara with me because mascaras have very short life. You have to use them within 6 months. So buying multiples is of no use. This is the pack M72 Lash. Now I'm dampening up my sponge with the Fix Plus. Using this concealer from pack, it's great for dry skin types. If you have oily one, check the other concealer. I think the name is Spotlight something. And now you will see why I did not blend the bronzer like my darker foundation, because I will continue that step after this one. If you don't conceal your under eyes and your dark patches on the face, your foundation will look grey. Now for highlighting, I will be using this concealer from Sugar. I know the shade is very light, and as I said, I'm highlighting the center of my face, which requires a two-tone lighter concealer. Initially it looks pretty scary, but once we start blending, it will all come together. Be very gentle with this process, because if you try to rush it, it will all start looking grey. Start from the edges of the contour and take it towards your eyes. It's very easy, but you need practice. I forgot to contour my nose, so I'm using the same foundation. Now I'm using the K Beauty's loose powder and I'm setting my face. Use a very tiny amount or else your face will look very heavy. Setting your face with a loose powder ensures that your makeup lasts longer. For blush, I'm using this one from ColourPop. It's the shade Between the Sheets. And you need a kabuki brush sort of brush so that you can pick the product, because it has a putty type of consistency to it. So applying it with the fingers felt like a difficult job. Now the highlighter is Wisp, again from ColourPop. This highlighter can be applied with finger easily. It melts nicely in your skin. For powder blush, I'm using this one from K Beauty. It's in the shade Mild Berry. On the side, it is mentioned as Katrina's favorite, and of course, it's a very beautiful blush. It can complement from the fairest to the deepest skin tone. For contour, I will be using this Sculpt and Glow palette from Focallure. I bought this directly from their website and I'm not sure if it's available in India. I know that some Instagram pages, they do sell this product, but I need to see if it's available online. but it's a very grey toned palette, great for contouring. Now highlighter is from the same palette. The powders are very soft and they blend very nicely. Now I'm going back in with the sponge and pressing it gently on the face, so if there's any excess powder on the skin, the sponge can blend that nicely. Now I'm using the same crayon under my eyes. It's a very simple thing. I applied this cream product and then I will blend it with the brush. That's all. Taking the same shade in my waterline as well. Now I'm taking the same contour product on the brush to blend the cream product. This is a clean brush so that the lower lash line doesn't look very harsh. Now this highlighter is from the same contour palette. You can use any shimmery highlight or face highlight you like. This lip liner is from K Beauty, which I have mentioned so many times. It's a dupe of Huda Beauty's lip liner and it looks stunning. And it's very creamy as well. Now for lips, I'm using this velvet lip tint from Rom&nd. It's a Korean brand and on screen the color looks very warm, but in person it's not at all warm. It's very cool and almost like a berry color, like the vampy berry color. It is very beautiful. And you need a tiniest amount. Even if the lipstick wears off, there is a nice tint that the lipstick leaves behind. Now I'm using the same lip liner to clean the edges. And here's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial and I will see you in my next one. Till then, take care. Bye.